Hi everyone, so today I'll be doing a Bath and Body Works haul. It's been a minute, but I did participate during the Mother's Day kind of multi-category sale. I only got 2 candles, but I got a bunch of body care, and that was specifically for my mom because she is going on a trip. She wanted to gift some Bath and Body Works lotions and later creams, but I'll get to that in a little bit. And I had, I believe, 1 reward that I wanted to redeem. I initially was going to get the new Neapolitan ice cream for my sister because she just loves the candle, but we went in store and smelled it. I'll talk about that in a little bit, but she ended up redeeming it for another fine fragrance mist that she preferred. And I had a free travel size item up to $9.95. So anyways, they're all kind of mixed into this bag. But I'll talk about what happened when I went to go pick up my buy online, pick up in store order. So the lady at the cashier was really nice. This is the store closest to my workplace. And over the weekend, I took advantage of the flash sale with 20% off. But my mom really wanted Japanese cherry blossom in the lotion format. And I had originally told her, I'm like, I don't think anybody wants Japanese cherry blossom. I think we can wait until Sunday. So we went out Saturday to 2 different locations. One of them is a pretty populated store and it's located in a mall. The other one is like a standalone Bath and Body Works. Can you tell me why none of these stores had Japanese cherry blossom in the lotion format? And then my mom's like, oh, I'll just get Forever Cherry Blossom. Nope, sold out. Just cherry blossom? No, that was sold out. So then I told her, I'm like, okay, I think that the one by my workplace has it. So unfortunately, I believe 4 or 3 of her Japanese cherry blossom lotions were canceled. And so I was telling this whole story to the cashier register lady. And then she said, hey, I mean, if they were canceled, I can honor the sale price of $5.95. And then we don't have any lotion and I don't think we'll get it this week because we had to reorder because it's sold out. But we have the body cream. Do you want to get that instead? I call up my mom. I tell her the situation and then she's like, is it the same scent? And I tell her, yeah, mom, it's the same scent. So I went ahead and grabbed her some Japanese cherry blossom in the body cream format. Honestly, I like the body cream consistency, how it feels. I feel like the scent is stronger. The only thing is that you really have to use this almost right away. I mean, this is more of a perfumey scent, so I think it shouldn't go bad right away. And if not, she can just gift it and then tell the people, hey, make sure you use this. So she ended up getting 3 Japanese cherry blossoms. We got this on Tuesday, so the sale was long over, but again, the cashier register lady was really nice. This one is Japanese cherry blossom, Asian pear, fresh mimosa petals, white jasmine, blushing, what does that say? Blushing sandalwood. Yeah, and then so when this whole situation happened where I kept telling her, hey, they're out of Japanese cherry blossom, she's like, what about white jasmine? And then I told her, I'm like, I think that was a limited edition scent maybe like 4 years ago. So yeah, she really likes this scent and I'm happy that she has her gifts. And I also asked the lady if she could let me have these gift bags. So my mom's going to take that with her. And I believe that the string is here as well. Yeah, she also let us have the string. Moving along, I checked out the new scent Neapolitan ice cream. It was out before last year in a candle format, or I think that was the only format it was out in. This year, there's a wallflower refill, body care, mist, body lotion, no, body cream, and just other formats. Oh, even the soap, which I didn't get to smell. But sadly, I don't like that the body cream on my skin, it pulls very chocolate forward, and I don't really like it. Sorry, I was interrupted. Where was I going? Yes, so the body cream pulls very chocolatey to me. I feel like a lot of the strawberry nuances doesn't really hold up to it. So I thought, oh, okay, whatever. Let me try the mist because the mist is, I believe, $17.95. And I thought, okay, that would be perfect for my sister or maybe for myself. And then when I sprayed it on my arm, I probably shouldn't have put any body care that day, but I had raspberry jam donut and I feel like I could smell the raspberry jam donut a little bit more, or I don't know if it was kind of mixing with the Neapolitan ice cream, but in the mist format, one, I don't really like the initial spray. When I read hair and body mist, I thought it was going to be less, alcohol forward on the opening. But no, I feel like it was more alcohol forward in the opening. So I thought, oh, okay, that's kind of weird. So initial spray, don't really like it. In the dry down, I feel like this one leans more vanilla forward to me. I do still pick up the strawberry nuances, but it's not so much in the forefront. So this mainly smells like a mostly vanilla scent to me. And then I had my sister spray it on her clothing and on her wrist, and she just felt that it was okay. So then I told her, I'm like, okay, I know you have one scent from the Everyday Luxuries that you love. I was planning to get it during SAS, but I really don't want to play this whole game of, will the price go down? Will my store have it? Do we have to go back and go store hopping when gas prices are almost $7? No, let me just get it now. And it's up to the full amount for my free reward. So I ended up getting her Love Unleashed. I already got her the body cream and she really likes it, but she just doesn't put it on her body because she's like, oh, I'm running late, or I feel like I'm in a rush or whatever every day, or like every time we go out. So I thought, you know what, this is perfect. I feel like she can layer it with the Killian Love Don't Be Shy dupe that she has from Alt, which she doesn't feel like it's an exact dupe. So anyways, this one leans a little bit more candy. I remember the first time that I smelled the original Killian was maybe like 6-7 years ago. And I feel like the formula has changed in the perfume because when she recently picked it up, I want to say a few months ago, she ended up returning it. But I felt like it was less heavy. I feel like it was lighter, almost made for warmer climates. And I think that I like the old formula because it had a heavier emphasis on the marshmallow. And I feel like the caramel was a little bit more apparent. But when I first smelled Killing Love Don't Be Shy, I just initially thought of root beer. And I remember at the time thinking like, oh, that's weird. And the person who mentioned it back in the day, it was Jasmine Bullard. And she also said, oh, I get like a root beer note. And I thought, oh my God, someone else gets that. But I don't get that anymore just because she's worn it so often. I know some people also get like a grape nuance from this, but I personally don't. But I think that there is a slight, you can tell this isn't really a perfume, but it smells nice. All right, so this one, the fragrance notes are sugared pink pepper, warm neroli, whipped marshmallow. I remember also watching reviews that people said that this was very sweet, but I feel like I'm not getting a ton of the marshmallow. There is like a sugary sweetness, but I don't think it's coming from a marshmallow because I think a marshmallow is more like kind of powdery, but not in the sense of like baby powder, but just like a soft, subtle sweetness, or a marshmallow that's gooey. But to me, Killian Love Don't Be Shy, the OG that she had several years ago, it reminded me more of like a melted marshmallow mixed in with a little caramel. But this is still good. I think she's going to get a lot of use out of this. But anyways, moving on to the free body care item that I picked up for myself. So they had a lot of these mini like tubs. They are in the shape of the Sol de Janeiro body care. And I didn't smell all of them because I just knew I wouldn't like all of them. And I was down between crisp pear, juicy strawberry, and the peach one. I really wanted to smell, what was it, like white iris? No, not white iris. I think it was iris. But there was one that I was trying to find that I didn't see that I knew came out originally in the little minis. But anyways, the peach one, I honestly thought that one was a bit stronger than the one that I ended up getting. Well, I already have a peach hand cream from Homeworks by Slack & Co. Honestly, I think I like the Bath & Body Works one, but I thought, okay, let me try something different. So I got juicy strawberry just because I have a lot of strawberry fragrances and I think this could layer well with it. So this one is 1.69 ounces, very small, but it did meet the coupon, I guess, price point threshold to qualify. This, I honestly, when I see this, I like it, but I don't consider this a safety seal. I feel like I always love safety seals because I know no one has opened it, touched it, tampered with it or anything. And yeah, I would say this is maybe like medium strength on cold. What is this, a candle? No, this isn't too strong, but it's not light. It's just kind of middle of the road. I get a very nice strawberry. It doesn't seem super artificial. It's slightly body care like. I think there's a rose fragrance to this because it reminds me a little bit of rose water. So yeah, I thought this would be really good to layer with all the other strawberry scents that I have in my collection from Bath and Body Works. Okay, so that is it for this bag. Moving on to basically my mom's lotions that she will get. So when we were in store after the sales associate told us that Japanese cherry blossom completely sold out at that one mall location, my mom started testing out all the scents, and she liked Touch of Gold. I personally really enjoyed this in the candle. I didn't buy it or burn it, but I just smelled it on cold and I thought, ooh, I really like this. The only thing is that this is kind of dented, but she says that she's going to tell the people who she gives these to, oh, they were in my suitcase, so they got a little dented, which that's a really good story. So fragrance notes are bright blackberries, golden orange blossom, and decadent tonka. I feel like these already look slightly discolored. I remember a few years ago, people were saying, oh, I think my lotion is turning like a brown color. And then I think other people, or was it the company that said, oh no, we use recycled plastic, so it's not going to be like crystal clear. So I don't know if this is just kind of like turning a different color or if it's actually that like recycled plastic excuse thing. I personally really like this. I probably should have picked up a like travel size perfume pen when this came out. There is like a slight spice to it. It reminds me of like a grown woman or like a mature woman. It reminds me a lot of a fragrance that you would get or that you would wear on date night or something. I really enjoy when I see that tonka is listed in the fragrance notes. I don't get a ton of like a juicy blackberry. There's not like a subtle tartness. I'm mainly getting this like warm spice scent, very cozy. Really enjoy that one. And then we have the sole surviving Japanese cherry blossom that did not get canceled from my mom's order. And yeah, you can see that this one is like a creamier white color. Again, same fragrance notes. These were $16.95. I'm very curious. So it looks like Touch of Gold that is a bit darker, even though you can't really tell on camera. This was made on the 240th day of 2025 versus Japanese Cherry Blossom was made on the 257th day of 2025. Yeah, so maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just because this has tonka, so vanilla, and it's turning more brown. Not too sure, but it smells good. It doesn't smell off and it's not goopy or anything. And the final lotion that my mom picked out, ooh, this one has this cheaper price point of $15.95, but we have Gingham Fresh. This is a little hard to tell because the writing is white and it's against this like pale green color. Does that say coconut oil? Interesting. I wonder if this is a different formula. No, coconut oil. I feel like they've changed this lotion formula so many times. Oh, and I like the little green part. So this one has notes of, juicy pear, sparkling clementine, fresh daisies. So when my mom was sampling the Gingham flankers in store, she felt like Gingham Gorgeous was too sweet. I believe the regular Gingham was a little bit too aquatic, and this one is the one that she liked the most. I'm really getting a lot of that pear. This almost, I feel like I haven't smelled Gingham Fresh in a few months and or years, but it reminds me of Victoria's Secret fragrance. But yeah, this one's really nice. I think that whoever gets this will enjoy it. All right, moving on to another, I guess, small buy online, pick up in store order haul. I had another free coupon up to $9.95 in bodycare that was expiring. So I decided to get a soap because my sister and I are running a little bit low on soaps. I really wanted to get this overnight lip balm. I really liked it, but I feel like the consistency is more of a lip gloss mixed in with a lip mask. I wish that the lip gloss kind of essence wasn't there. But anyways, that only qualifies if you do a buy online, pick up in store order, but the store that I wanted to pick up, they were all out. So then I thought, okay, let me get a hand cream. And the hand mask, I don't know the exact name, for some reason did not qualify. And I thought, okay, I'll get the soap and I'll get this other hand cream. And that is the Dry Hand Relief hand cream. This one is up to $8.95. So with this one, let's see. There are no notes and I haven't smelled it, but I remember when I was checking out the ingredients list, it had menthol. So I'm like, how much of a peppermint note am I going to get? But for free, I'm okay with that. And then for the soap, I ended up getting one with a retail price of $8.95 because I think that's a bigger bang for your buck versus the soap that retails for $7.95. And the scent that I got is Blueberry Bellini. This is a scent that I wanted in candle format, but I ended up kind of not falling out of love with Bath and Body Works, but just kind of being, do I really want to, go out, purchase this? I might as well wait for SAS. So I'm kind of in that mood recently with Bath and Body Works. Oh, I really love the blue against the green. I didn't know what color this was for a second. So fragrance notes: wild blueberry, bright citrus, and sparkling prosecco. There was a point in time around, what was it, 2021, 2022, when Bath and Body Works just was in love with prosecco, like champagne, all those notes. Okay, I spilled some soap on my clothes, but I definitely get the prosecco. I think this would be so nice, especially during like spring and summertime in a hand soap format. I don't know if I would care for it in a candle. Did this come out in a candle? I could have sworn there was a blueberry candle that I wanted. But yeah, the citrus is noticeable. The blackberries isn't too tart. This isn't like mouth puckering. I think for my preference, I would switch out the prosecco for like another scent, because this reminds me a little bit of like that sparkling note that Bath and Body Works tends to use in, like, what is it, like Mrs. Claus's cocktail, champagne toast, and all those scents that have like a bubbling effervescent note. But otherwise, it's a good scent. And then the last thing that I picked up, it was a buy online pickup in store order, and the candles were $12.95, and then I ended up using the flash 20% off sale. I had a $10 off of 30, but I let my mom use that for her body lotions. And so I was very curious, because in store I had smelled the new, or the re-release of Neapolitan ice cream. And in the store, the displays had shelves, okay, and the Neapolitan ice cream candles were underneath the shelves, but at the top they have this like heated lamp. So I don't know if maybe that was the reason why, but when I went to that store, I picked up a lot on the chocolate and it did smell stronger. So then I thought, okay, does this new one have more chocolate than the original? Because the original, I felt like it was a better blend of all the fragrance notes, and there was this almost like chilled note that I got. So I decided to go to the store and see how these are. Oh, one of my mom's ribbons kind of got behind, or was left behind. So that's all to say, is that a scratch on my lid? That might be going to my sister. Ugh, quality control. Anyways, so I got Neapolitan ice cream. You know what? I'm having this like eureka moment, because a lot of the candles in store had, yeah, like you see like these black bits. They had black bits inside of the label. And now that I see that there's like a little black spot, where is it? Yeah, so you see that black spot? There were a bunch of little like flakes inside of the candles when I went to go smell them. So just like a little tidbit, but here is Neapolitan ice cream. I'm curious to go and smell it. One is for my sister and the other one's for myself, because she wants to know if she likes it enough to buy some more during SAS, or if it goes on sale again. So these retail $24.95. Fragrance notes: strawberry sauce, vanilla buttercream, milk chocolate. My batch number has 6076AG04. 6076AG04. I should have made a note at what was the batch number in the mall store. Ooh, I feel like this one smells more like the original one that my sister had. I'm picking up a lot more on the strawberry than in the mall store. I feel like that one I got a lot more chocolate. Let me smell the other candle. Yeah, I like that I'm getting more of the vanilla and the strawberry in here. Yeah, this reminds me a little bit more of how the original one was. It's funny, after I went to that Bath and Body Works in the mall, I re-smelled the OG with the silicone lid. And I feel like the original one with the silicone lid, I don't know if it's because it doesn't have a metal lid, but I feel like a lot of the fragrance kind of went away, so it does smell a bit light on cold. So I'm very curious to burn these. As of right now, I'm not sure, but on cold, I like these a lot better than when I initially smelled them. And I think I still like the home fragrance, or the candle, the most out of all the form factors. I would say it's the candle, then the wallflower refill. Hopefully those go on sale, because I know my sister wants a few of them. Maybe the soap, but then again, my family doesn't really like gourmands. And then last would be the body care, and I think all the way at the end would be the body cream. All right, so that was everything that I picked up during the Bath and Body Works Mother's Day sale. I'm really happy that I ended up getting those 2 Neapolitan candles just to test out, and I'm really curious to hear what my sister thinks about the candle, if there are any changes, so on and so forth. And I'm glad that my mom was able to get her gifts and that the cashier was so nice to honor the $5.95 price point. I don't know if that's allowed, but either way, she got a sale from me. And I think that it was a good thing that my sister went and smelled the Neapolitan body care. And I feel like nothing can really beat her love unleashed that she just really loves. And I am glad that I didn't let any of my like coupons go to waste. I think next time if I get another one, I might get the peach one instead of juicy strawberry. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye.